live.
Good morning. Sunday morning, and I am making biscuit cinnamon rolls, fried potatoes, and sausage, and eggs, of course. So we're going to start out making our biscuits so that we can get them in the oven first. I've got a sifter sitting right here, but these are actually going to be cinnamon rolls. But I'm going to make a biscuit mix to make them. Okay, so I'm going to put in a couple of cups of flour right quick into a bowl with about a quarter cup of shortening. And I'm going to cut it in right quick to about pea size. This is self-rising flour, white lily, self-rising flour.
Good morning, everybody. Just saying good morning.
I don't know that I've got quite enough shortening in here, so I'm going to get just a tiny bit more. Morning. We're cutting in some shortening for biscuits. We're going to make some cinnamon rolls with it. And then we're going to cook up some fried potatoes, y'all. Hope y'all are having a good day already. We're still not going into church. We just watch it online. So we don't have to get up and get dressed on Sunday mornings anymore. That's about good. So we're going to add buttermilk to it. I'm actually going to put in a little bit of vanilla while I'm at it. And I should throw in some sugar. I don't know if I did that last time or not. Let me look at my recipe. I don't think I did. I mean, you don't have to. I guess I won't. We'll put a lot of sugar in between them.
What, when you fold it?
Yeah. I know I didn't put vanilla in it last time, but I mean, it's not going to hurt. Put it in there. It'd make them good.
Some people were asking about, like, if you don't have the self-rising flour, what to do. What we do is we just Google it. We just look it up.
Google.
It's like a teaspoon something. We don't hardly ever do it, so we just look it up.
I think it's 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt, but you need to Google it and make sure, because I don't buy anything but self-rising. I mean, I buy all-purpose, but I mostly use self-rising. The only time I ever use all-purpose most of the time is sometimes in some of my cakes and all my cookies, just about use it. I'm trying not to get a lot of buttermilk in here because I'm going to need these out on the counter a good bit. So I'm just going ahead and incorporating the flour into the dough in the bowl and not adding more buttermilk, any more buttermilk than I have to. Just because we're making cinnamon rolls out of these. And that's about right. So I'm going to set those right there and we're going to flour the counter. And we're going to get a little flour in them. Let me turn these two skillets off. They're preheated. We're going to use them in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and grease this. You know what? Instead of greasing it with that, I think I'll use butter. To go under the cinnamon rolls. It'll be better, won't it?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to get our dough. A little flour on it. And you're going to knead it a little bit. Just like you would if you were making biscuits. I need my flour a little when I'm making biscuits as well. All right, now we're going to get out the rolling pin and try to roll this. And I would rather it be rolled in more like a square shape than a round shape for cinnamon rolls. So let me get out my thing. Keep it hanging right there. Let me put a little flour on it. This is in my way. Let me scoot over a little bit. That's getting in my way.
Can I just sit over here?
No.
To get ready?
I'm gonna be ready for it in a minute anyway. So try to get it, longer than rounder. It ain't got to be perfect. It's going to make a good cinnamon roll anyway. All right, now I'm going to take butter and I'm going to spread it all over the top. And I could use a spatula, but you know what I'd use if y'all weren't here? My hands. So I'm going to use my hands. Now, everybody thinks it's fine to put your hands in bread when you're kneading bread and dough. But for some reason, when you're making food, they just think your hands are not allowed. But let me just say, I love using my hands. When I first started this cooking show, y'all, I used my hands to do just about everything. And then over time, I figured out that I'd probably just be better off not using them so much. All right, so spread you some butter on there. Looks good, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna rinse my hands off. We're gonna put the cinnamon and sugar in them. When they come out of the oven, of course, we're gonna add a little bit of glaze on top. My water's not as hot as it ought to be yet. It's still morning. Now it's warm. Takes a minute for it to come through. I already had a dose of cinnamon this morning because every time I make my coffee, I sprinkle cinnamon and nutmeg in it and then mix it up. It is so good to me. I'm cinnamon crazy. All right, so we're finished with this shortening. Now it's sugar time. Sugar time. Now I've got cinnamon sugar already mixed up, and I like to keep it in these. A lot of people use these for like powdered creamer and stuff for coffee. I like to use them for cinnamon sugar. So we're just going to put plenty on here. If you already have a cinnamon sugar shaker, then you can use it. Now, a lot of people put powdered sugar in their cinnamon shaker, which is fine, but I like regular sugar better on everything. I like it in my coffee. I like it on my cinnamon rolls. I like it in my, what do you call it? Cinnamon toast. All that good stuff. All right. So be generous with your cinnamon sugar. You can never have too much. For real. For realsy. Now we're going to roll them up.
Do you ever use brown sugar? Some people are asking for your cinnamon rolls.
No.
Just regular sugar.
Yep. See how much easier it is to spread with the regular sugar? Brown sugar would be stickier. I'm sure it would be good, but it's just not something I do. That don't mean you can't do it, does it? You can do anything you want to. That's all there is to it right there. Now we're going to get them on this pan. The oven's already preheated. I'm going to use a bread knife. You can tell it just has little bitty creases on it. I guess you'd call, I don't know what you call them, but
Teeth?
Teeth?
Maybe. Yeah.
And I'm going to lightly cut these. And of course, the ones in the bigger ones will be the best ones. The ones in the middle.
We're going to have a few left. We'll have a bunch of them.
And if you want them fatter than that, you can roll it the opposite direction.
It's gonna be pretty.
Let's put all the big ones together.
Yeah, if we ever get, what do you call it? Not fake, but what do you call cinnamon rolls when you buy them from the store? If we ever get them from the store, those kind that you just,
Yeah.
Tammy always fusses because they don't have enough cinnamon on them.
No, they don't. They used to. And really, the generic ones are better than the name brand ones when you buy them that way. All right, these are going in the oven just like they are. Okay, so we're going to bake them. And I'm baking these at 400 degrees so that they'll get done in a timely manner. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to clean up my mess and then we're going to start breakfast. We're going to be making some fried potatoes, eggs, and sausage. I am not doing gravy today because we're having potatoes. So that's our starch. This morning. And I like to pick up as I go because if I don't, it just about drives me crazy. We'll wipe this up as I'm frying the potatoes because we're going to need something to do. All right? So we're going to go ahead and start the sausage and we'll drop it. I'm going to use both iron skillets today, one to fry in and one to do my sausage in. This is our sausage, so we finally got some decent sausage. I'm so glad. And I let it thaw the other day before I put it back in the freezer, so they're stuck.
Yeah, we had to go all the way up to Brunswick to find our. That's about a 45 minute or hour drive for us to find our sausage.
But we were up there for my doctor's appointment anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't out of the way.
All right, Chris wants 2. Amy will probably want 2. And I want 1. There's our sausage. You want to see what kind we like? It's the best sausage ever. Swaggery's. I mean, I have tried all these sausages down here and didn't like any of them. But I'm spoiled because I'm used to this. It just has a good bit of, it just tastes good. And it fries up good and don't burn. It's not got a bunch of sugar in it, like a lot of them do now.
And we asked our Winn-Dixie to start carrying it, so we're hoping they will.
Yeah, we're going to peel a couple of potatoes. I'm just peeling 3 potatoes, kind of a medium size, because there's 3 of us here today. And so if you want to know how many potatoes to cut up to serve, I typically serve no more than 1 potato a person. And if they're smaller, you know, that's good for a smaller person or a person that don't want to eat as much. And yeah, I waste some of my peeling, but I just prefer to use a paring knife over a potato peeler. I probably won't eat all the potatoes in the bag before they go bad anyway, because I do not like to put them in the refrigerator. You're really not supposed to store them in the refrigerator. The reason you're not supposed to store them in the refrigerator, if you're diabetic, you definitely don't need to, is because they become more starchy. Okay, if you're wondering, they do get more starchy if they're stored that way. So it's not good for you if you're diabetic to put your potatoes in the refrigerator. I don't do it because I don't think it's good for them, period. And we eat them pretty quick. I mean, if you don't know it, on our website, I do a menu every week with a little grocery list, and I include the CVC recipes, and really all it's a menu for is supper. It's not a menu for the whole day, but it gives you good supper ideas. And it also has printouts of the recipes. If you're interested in that, it's only $1.50. It keeps you from having to wondering what to make for the week. All right, I'm gonna dry these off just a little bit. I'm gonna turn these down a little bit. Mainly because I don't want them to burn me or pop me when I put them in the grease. Now, I am going to use a little bit of coconut oil, just corn oil. And I'm also going to use a little bit of butter, of course, to put my potatoes in.
We'll get over here on this other side, I guess.
Nope.
No. Stay over here.
Yep. Where you need to be. We're going to use the rest of that butter on the cinnamon rolls, so I'll put some in here for these potatoes. It makes them good. Now, I'm going to slice these. Do you want them in thicker pieces, Chris? I mean, like bigger pieces? I mean, a lot of people
I like them little.
make it. You like them? You want me to make them more like squares?
Either way, yeah. As long as they're not real thick.
See, I don't like them like that, but I'll make them like that for you.
Oh, either way, it's fine.
Well, they're harder to pick up with a fork when they're really little. I like to just get my fork in there and get a piece. Potato. Now these are hash browns, or not really hash browns because I didn't, but they're just fried taters. Doing hash browns is a pain in the buttocks. I'm not going to grate my potatoes in the mornings. You can buy them frozen. Do it. And I'm cutting them a little thicker than I normally would fry potatoes for supper just because I want them to be good. I want to be able to pick them up with my fork. All right, we're going to salt and pepper them.
Did you say you just going to put onion in them? Or you
Oh, yeah. I did.
almost forgot.
I forgot to. But you forgot. You want sweet onion?
Yeah.
Let's do sweet onion. Emma. We'll throw some sweet onion in there, y'all. I'm just going to peel out off the outside. I got plenty of onion too. Y'all put as much in there as you want. I'm going to put how much I like. Okay. All right, we're going to turn it up so they'll get brown. We get that onion a little bit. All right, I'm turning it up to high. We're going to put in some salt and pepper, and then we're going to flip the sausage. Our cinnamon rolls are starting to rise. Well, you can't hardly see nothing with that live, can you? It's so far away. Make sure you get them close up. When we video live, the camera view is way far away compared to what it would be if we weren't live. So he has to get closer to a lot closer to the food for y'all to be able to see it. It's really weird. I don't know why they give us a wide angle, but they do. All right, we're going to flip the sausage. And you're going to see why I like it. It's going to lay back down flat. And it's not going to curl up, and it's not going to burn, and it is just delicious. Delicious. can wash this off.
And a lot of people have been talking, have said they really like our kitchen. And since we moved here, we really have, we love this kitchen because it's nice and big. And
well, it's really not as big as you think either. It's just square. So
Yeah.
it's real, like the workspace is real close to each other. And I think this kitchen's probably, the workable part of the kitchen is probably, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm working in about a 10 by, but now the whole kitchen's probably 14 by 12-ish, or 10 by 12-ish. I don't know. Anyway, it's not real big, but it's perfect.
yeah, it's really not any bigger than the kitchen we had before, is it?
No, it's just laid out different.
Yeah. As far as size.
Yeah. I'm going to save the cinnamon trout. The butter we're still going to use. So we'll put it there. We'll scrape this off because there's cinnamon everywhere. Smells good, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Smells good, y'all. You can show them the food. Let's see what we're cooking.
I need to know how to clean up too. There's our flour that we use.
Mine is smell good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, potatoes frying always skins, of course, sausage does too.
That flour is a white winter wheat. And if you want to know what that is, that's the same kind of flour they use in cake flour. So it makes a really light and fluffy biscuit. That's what is a big deal about buying White Lily down here. And that's why we Southerners are used to using a white winter wheat. And so if you don't have a White Lily, just look at the flour and see if you can find one that uses white winter wheat. You can show them that, Chris.
King Arthur does.
Can you see it? Because I don't have my glass on.
I think we can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Does it say white winter wheat?
I don't know.
What does it say?
I don't know, Tammy. I can't see it.
Well, my gosh, Chris, you got your glasses on. It's going to be right there. The first ingredient. What does that say?
Bleached flour. This is wheat flour.
Okay. What this? No, it's supposed to show it right there on the ingredient. Usually show it.
What's this right here? This White Lily self-rising flour is made from only 100% soft winter wheat. There you go.
There you go.
That proves it.
See, I ain't telling y'all a story. I'm telling you a story, but it's not a false story.
It's a real story.
The truth and nothing but the truth. It takes forever to fry up something on the gas stove. It really does. Yeah, I was telling Chris we weren't going to have a lot to do, and he was like, honey, if you have to fry up potatoes, it'll take a few minutes for them biscuits. The cinnamon rolls will get done. You see how flat it lays, and it has a really good flavor. And if you want to know, to me, the closest thing that I know of that it tastes like is Waffle House sausage, which I love. I do not like Cracker Barrel sausage because they put that fake pork flavor in there.
Artificial flavor in here.
Artificial flavor. And I do not like it at all. And I don't like their gravy because they do the same thing. And you can tell it's fake. It's not real. And it's artificial, so I don't like the taste of it. I think it'd be better off if they just didn't put it in there at all than to put that in there.
Looking pretty.
All right, we're going to get these out. They're ready. And this sausage is thin, so it don't take it forever to get done. But it fries up so pretty. It really does.
Yeah, and since it's frozen, it lasts a long time. Of course, we eat it pretty good. It don't last a real long time at our house.
We only get out what we need. So it's nice. I'll make my eggs in there. I'm gonna put this up now that you've shown it to them. Oh, I don't have room down here. I thought I was. Let's mix up our icing right quick while we're waiting. For the top of the cinnamon rolls, we're going to use about 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. And this powdered sugar is pretty lumpy. So I think I might sift it, which I don't normally have to do. But I think I will.
It's pretty lumpy.
Yeah, it is. So, I just wiped that thing. Oh, here it is. So we're putting about 1.5 cups. The reason I'm sifting it is because I want to make it creamy for the top of our cinnamon rolls. And it's got a lot of lumps in it. Because of the way I got it stored. Anytime you store powdered sugar out of its bag, it wants to get lumpy. Look at that big lump.
Mm-hmm. That chunk.
Chunk of lump. I'm going to reach down in there and press it through. Or we'll be here all day. Alright. So that gets that. We're going to put my flour back in my sifter so that the next time I grab my sifter, it'll already have flour in it. And let's turn these a little bit.
Good.
Make sure you keep it hot. You want your potatoes to be good and crunchy. You don't want them to be all soggy. Okay? All right. So we're going to put in about a tablespoon of cream and about 1/4 stick of butter. To mix this up. That's a lot of butter. The more butter, the better, right?
More butter, the better.
Tablespoon of cream. I might get my mixer out and do it. Let me just do it with this to start with, and then I'll do it. I really want to get out and mix it. All right, Chris. I'm just going to take this blending fork and start it. You want it to be kind of thick because it's going to melt once it hits the hot biscuit. But I am going to have to add more cream. So just add enough cream to make it creamy. But add just a little bit at a time, okay? Or it'll get too runny too quick. Now I need a spoon. Spatula. Well, put some in there. See how much softer that got so fast? Now I put too much in it.
Mm-hmm. Got the Impatient.
I did get impatient. It's all right. Mix it up good, y'all. Mine got a little bit too soft, but we're going to eat it anyway. I'm not going to put any more stuff in it.
Yeah, they could throw some more powdered sugar in there, couldn't they? If they wanted to.
Yeah, but because I got to sift it, I don't want to. Oh, it's good. It is good. What kind of egg you want?
Just scrambled.
Just scrambled. All right, I think it's time.
Potatoes starting to get brown.
Yeah, I think it's time. Everything's coming together like it should. Let's check these. Oh, they look on the bottom. They look pretty good. All right, I'm turning them up. To broil low. Start.
And we have a lot of people ask why we have it on the low rack. We got it on the low rack because when we cook stuff and we do
We're filming.
time lapses, like for cakes and stuff, we have to have it on the bottom rack so you can see it. So you can see it good. So
Yeah, it don't affect the way it bakes. It's a good oven.
Yeah, works good.
Don't hurt nothing. I put cakes and everything down there. I surely do. I'm swapping out my utensils for what I'm recommending y'all buy on Amazon, and this is one of the utensils. So you're going to see me get some new stuff because I figure if I recommend it to y'all, I need to be using it. And I like this thing. Isn't that nice? You even showing it to them, Chris? Mm-hmm. I don't think you are. You're just looking at the potatoes. But look at it, y'all. All right. There's the taters.
Works pretty good. It got all them out.
Yeah. And it's stainless steel. So you ain't got to worry about it. You know. All right, let's make an egg. You want a fried egg?
I'd rather have scrambled eggs.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
Oh. Why? Because we got cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
We like cinnamon toast with cinnamon rolls. Don't we, Chris?
You mean fried eggs with cinnamon toast?
Oh, yes. I'm crazy.
And so we like fried eggs with cinnamon rolls.
My brain don't work good. Part of being a menopausal woman. All right, everything's working. I wonder if it's got a high broil.
I don't know. Ain't no reason to get in a hurry. You got to cook them eggs. They'll be.
Well, these eggs will be done in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and these will probably be done.
Well, they ain't got to be brown anyway,
No.
as long as they're done. All right, here we go. They're done already. They're just not brown. And I want to see how I make scrambled eggs. Simple dimple. But one time we had people over. We had our Sunday school class over for breakfast. And this is how I made the eggs. With just butter. Just like I'm doing now. And the woman kept coming back and coming back. She said, "These are the best scrambled eggs. What did you do to them?" I said, "I put butter in them." Pretty much all I do. And then I scramble them. And I don't flip them a whole lot once I get them mixed up. I just mix them up in the skillet. Now this is a Viking nonstick skillet. It's top of the line, made in USA. And you can use light utensils in it. So like I'm not scraping the bottom or anything. So it's fine. Now I salt and pepper my eggs too. Maybe that made a difference for her. So you got butter, of course, and you salt and pepper them. And then you don't beat them to death when you're scrambling them. You let them be big pieces. Let's see how this looks. Oh, they're getting brown. They're about right.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, we're going to set them right here. I guess we can set them over here so they can see them better. The lighting is so much better here than it is over there for y'all. You know what? They're so hot. I guess I'll glaze part of them, and then we'll just put on some more in a minute.
Yeah, so they can see it.
Yeah, and we'll get to scrambling the eggs. I make plenty of glaze because that's the best part, one of the best parts of making cinnamon rolls.
They rise up pretty good too, even though you're not using.
You just got to make sure you knead your dough like I did. A lot of people think they're not supposed to work the dough on a biscuit. Well, you are if you want it to rise. You really are. But see how I just kind of fold the eggs? Let them go around. And I only, most of the time, do eggs in a nonstick skillet. They just do so much better that way. Now, this iron skillet right here has got a good enough finish on it. I've had it for so long that I can fry an egg in it. I mean, it's got a pretty good nonstick surface as well, but nothing works as good. Nothing as a nonstick skillet. Especially not one as nice as this. You ain't got to worry about the coating coming off. It's got a lifetime warranty, that kind of thing. And no, they don't pay me. I just like it.
We wish they paid us. We wished Viking and White Lily and
yeah. Now, I mean, nice. We do get a small percentage for being an Amazon associate. So, like, if you go to our website and you order something, because it comes through Amazon that's affiliated with us, we get like anywhere from 3 to 4, around usually anywhere from like 3 to 6%. Most of the time, kitchen stuff is around 4. Right there, that's it. That's it. Let me get a thing. Everything's done. You can see our delicious breakfast on this wonderful Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Every day is a day that He has made, but today is the day to celebrate Him and to praise Him. Right? We will be watching Collard Valley Baptist Church. That's where we're from, Collard Valley, this morning at 11 o'clock on Facebook. If y'all want to tune in, you could do that. I guess I'm going to taste one of these delicious cinnamon rolls for y'all because I'll just taste everything. It's my house, and I'm not sick, so I'm just going to taste it for you. All right, potatoes. You need to cook them long enough for them to get done, too. A pet peeve of mine is getting a potato that's still crunchy. So good.
She means raw crunchy, not crunchy.
So good. You can't beat this breakfast. All right, and here we go with the cinnamon roll. Y'all want to see it? Looks good, don't it? Let's get the gooey, ooey part in the middle and taste it. The middle's always the best. Ow, it's hot, y'all. I may have to dip it in a little bit more stuff. Well put. I hear Amy. Woo, that's good. You can really taste the butter. Woo! I wish I were here. I'd feed you. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. And thanks for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. This cinnamon roll recipe is in our Volume 3 cookbook. Bye, y'all. We love ya.